Have you ever wondered what the fastest route between Oklahoma and Hawaii is? Well, this isn't it. What was supposed to be a partial day of travel, stopping in Salt Lake City, quickly turned into a flight cancellation nightmare that led us to 2 days of travel on a bit of an alternative route. Instead of going through Salt Lake City, we traveled from Oklahoma City to Atlanta for our first stop on one of many adventures we would go on throughout this trip. Although we faced a flight cancellation between Oklahoma City and Salt Lake City, Delta customer service was fantastic, and they were able to get us rebooked on a series of flights that got us to Honolulu, Hawaii the next day. We had been saving up all of our airline miles and hotel points to take us on one grand adventure to Hawaii. Through a series of miles, upgrades, some free, some cheap, some luck, we were able to sit in first class across almost all of our flights from Oklahoma City to Hawaii and back. Spending the night in Detroit, Michigan didn't cross our minds when we woke up that morning, but that's what we did. We ended up being able to sit in these awesome Delta One seats on these old A350 aircraft that Delta had recently purchased from another airline. They hadn't had time to retrofit it yet, but these seats had the most space I'd ever seen in an airline seat. The dinner they served that night was also some of the best food I'd ever had on a plane. After 2 unexpected stops and a night over in Detroit, we had finally made it to the shores of Hawaii. It was great to finally see the island where we'd be spending the next week, driving around the coast and finding new adventures everywhere we went. It may have taken an extra day, but we soon found out that it was well worth the time it took to get all the way to Hawaii from Oklahoma, even if it wasn't the route we had initially planned on. For anyone wondering, the flight between Detroit and Honolulu is about 9 hours. Then you lose about 5 hours because of the time change. By the time we got to Hawaii, we didn't know what time it was, what time zone we were in, what time we should eat our next meal. But we knew we made it. Hey look, I made it. It was finally time to collect our bags and make our way to the hotel. It was getting late, so we knew we had to go find out what we were going to do for dinner and get back quickly to catch some Z's before we woke up in the morning for our first adventure of the trip. Stay tuned for more Hawaii videos.